How you going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to carry out a service on the CFMOTO C-Force 400. So today's the day I'm going to get this quad serviced. All I'm going to be doing today is pretty much just changing the oil in the oil filter and cleaning out the air filter. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the quad started up, let the oil heat up. Obviously then that will make the oil thinner due to the viscosity, and then it will be easier to get all the oil out of the engine. Let's go. So all I'm going to do is just press the select button here. So I've done a total of 437 kilometers, believe it or not. And I've done 33 hours. This is obviously going to be the second service that I'm carrying out on it. Battery voltage 11.4 at the moment, and then RPM. So let's get this started up. First thing I'm going to do is just check the air filter. There's just a lever, a little handle under here underneath the seat. You just pull that up towards you, and then the seat comes out like so. And now, as you can see, that there's 3 spring clips here. So all I'm going to do is just use this tool here, this pry tool, go underneath, pull it away. Then I'll just lift up the lid, take that away, and then as you can see, that gives you access to the air filter. So all I'm going to do is just remove this air filter and give it a clean. All I'm going to do now is just unscrew both the clamps here, the posi screwdriver. See, that gives us access to the air filter. Now if I peel this back, this foam protective cover back, you can see that the air filter is in really good condition. So all I'm going to do is just give this a clean. I'm just going to vacuum off all the debris here and then just put the air filter back in. I'm actually going to vacuum the air filter plenum box here and also the air filter. All I'm doing now is just tightening both clamps up, and then we should be good to go. And now all I'm going to do is just refit the seat again. So just to show you here how this mechanism works, a clip here, plastic clip that you just pull down on. And then there's obviously 2 toggle points here, which go into these 2 holes here. Now that we've cleaned the air filter and the assembly there, what we're going to concentrate on now is the oil filter and the oil. Now the oil drain is at the very bottom of the motor, and that's a 17mm. The oil filter and the fill point lives behind this plastic cover here. So all we're going to do is pull the plastic cover away from the top right hand side here, and then you'll notice that there's clips here that will pull away. Okay, so that's your location dial there, and then obviously you've just got these 2 points here that hold it in, So just sit at that at the top, out the way. Now this is where your air filter lives here, inside this casing here. And as you can see, there's 3 8mm bolts that hold that in place. Then you've got your oil fill point and your oil level gauge here. And as I said, the oil drain point is at the bottom. So what you want to do before you even attempt to drain out the oil, you want to make sure that this fill point here can open. Because if you take all your oil out and you can't get that opened for some strange reason, you're not going to have any oil in your motor. Another thing I like to do prior to removing the fill point here and the oil filter casing is just give everything a clean with some degreaser. I don't want to introduce any contaminants into the system. A twig. So as I say, just to show you here, close inspection, that's your oil fill point there. So you just turn that anti-clockwise and then make sure that that comes out. And as you can see, there's some grooves and all that on this here. So that lets you know how much oil obviously you're going to be filling into it. I'm just going to leave this loose for the moment because that will allow the oil to come out of the bottom of the motor easier, because you're obviously letting air in at the top there. So there's not any vacuum, it's allowing the oil to pass right through. So I'm just going to show you here underneath. As you can see, that's your 17mm bolt there. That's your drain point there. Okay? So all I'll do now is I'll get a drain bucket and then I'll put that under where the drain point is. And then I'll get a 17mm socket. Obviously this is going to be easier if you jack up the quad, obviously make sure it's level. So we'll just turn that anti-clockwise. Okay, as you can see, the oil's near enough finished coming out of the drain point there. So it should be safe enough now to remove the oil filter housing. So we'll do that now, and as I said, that's 3 8mm bolts. So guys, the oil drain bolt has fell in here. That's why it's always better to wear gloves. There you go. Now we're obviously going to be replacing this copper washer here. And that's going to be getting replaced. That comes in the kit. So I'll just give this a clean. Okay, that's the new washer there. As you can see, same size, we just put that over the bolt, the 17mm bolt, and then I'll just refit this onto the bottom of the engine by turning it clockwise. Dispose of this old oil. I'll move that out of the way so I don't spill it or trip over it, which has happened before. I'll just put a shop towel here, just to stop any little drips coming out. Now that the oil's been drained out of the system and the oil drain plug has been refitted, all I'm going to do now is unscrew the 3 8mm bolts here that hold on the cover plate for the oil filter. Unscrew these anti-clockwise. You can see there's always a little bit of oil left over in here, so that's why I always put down some shop towels here, and I also keep the oil drain pan underneath. Now all I'm going to do is just remove the filter, I'm then just going to inspect the pleats here just to make sure there's no metal, and as you can see everything's fine. That's really good. This is the O-ring here that I'm talking about. So you just make sure that that isn't damaged in any way prior to refitting it. So all you do, make sure, cross-reference your two filters here. This is a KN152. As you can see, it's exactly the same. Okay, so all we do is we put the rubber end here onto the hole here, the spigot here, inside this casing. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil around this rubber. A little bit of lubrication, as they say. Push it on, like so. Make sure I've got oil around my O-ring here. Put it back on, and then replace the 3 bolts. Just need to get the torque settings and get this tightened up to torque, because I don't want to damage these bolts in any way. So these 3 bolts here tighten up to 10 Newton meters, and the engine sump plug tightens up to 25 Newton meters. So I'll go and get my torque wrench now and get these tightened up to torque. The last thing you want to do is over tighten these and strip the threads. Right, I'll just set this up to 25 Newton meters. So that's it set up at 25 Newton meters. So I was pretty close there with my own internal torque wrench. So it says roughly that this engine takes around 2.2 to 2.5 litres of engine oil. So I said all I'm going to do is just slowly fill this up, put the little dipstick in, and then obviously look at the grooves here and make sure it comes up to the very top groove. And then once I've put in maybe 2.2 litres, I'll start the engine, because obviously this oil filter assembly will need to fill it with oil. And then I'll take out the dipstick again and recheck the oil level, just by simply placing it in and looking at the lines. I've found the best method of filling up the engine with oil is using one of these little spouts here. Now, prior to putting in your engine oil, you just need to make sure that this is the appropriate MA2 JSO oil, because obviously it's a wet clutch that's on this ATV. This is the oil, as I said, that I'm going to be using. This is a 10W40. This is a 1 litre canister, so obviously it's going to use maybe two and a half canisters. This is the second one being filled now. Right, I've now just put 2 canisters in of oil, so I'm just going to quickly check the level using the dipstick here. Now just remember what I said, I'll just reiterate, you do not screw this in, you just place it in the hole and then you check the grooves. As you can see here, it's went up 3 notches, so we still need to put some more in. I want to get it up to the top line there, as I said. Right, I'm happy with that. Now I'll just rescrew on the filler cap. Now I'll just give everything a good clean. Okay, I'm going to go for the first start and just make sure that I don't have any oil leaks coming out of anywhere whatsoever. Right, I'll quickly just remove this oil filler cap again. As I said, obviously because the engine's been running and the oil's been circulating, sometimes the oil level does drop. As suspected, there's no oil being shown at all on the dipstick, so I'll need to put more in. I've got half a litre left, so I've used 2.5. All I'll do now is replace the engine cover. I'll put in the 2 tabs, first to the left hand side and then push it into the location dial. Give it another final clean. Right. Right, what I'll do now is I'll just take it for a run round about the property here, just to make sure it's driving okay, changing gears and what have you, and then I'll come back and just do a final check over everything to make sure there's not any leaks. Let's go. Yeah! Well, there you go guys, that just shows you how easy it is to carry out a service on your C-Force 450 quad. The last thing I'm going to do now is just give it a quick clean. So, thanks for watching, take care.